Lads, welcome to a new video. It seems a bit weird because we seem to be doing daily videos at the moment. Don't worry, towards the start of the season, that's not going to happen anymore. Don't get me wrong, I'd love to do daily videos, but at the moment they just seem to be rolling off my tongue because there's so much going on. So today is a video on probably my favourite Sheffield United player from the last 3 seasons. Everything that's been good about United has gone through Mark Duffy pretty much. So yeah, it's a crappy video to be making because I never wanted to see this day come. I knew it was going to. I knew we were going in an upwards direction, and I knew that eventually Duffy probably wouldn't be the guy that we'd rely on anymore. Not just because of his talent. I think he's massively talented. It's because of his age as well, because I believe he's 34 now, 33, 34, which is the wrong side of kind of 30-ish as a player. And if I'm honest, I do think that Wilder has been trying to find a reason to get rid of Duffy for a very long time, but he's never found that player that lets him get rid of him completely. And I don't know what it is, because over the past few seasons, the first season Duffy was indispensable. There's no one taking Duffy's place. He's carried on in the same vein for the last 2 seasons, but Wilder's I think Wilder thinks that Duffy's not good enough. Didn't think he was good enough for the Championship, certainly doesn't think he's good enough for the Premiership. And he keeps proving him wrong, like us Blades do. First season, obviously, Duffy, too good. Second season, he tried to bring in he brought in Ricky Holmes. Ricky Holmes did not do the business. He also tried to play 3 kind of defensive midfielders quite a lot the second season. Tried to play Lundstrom, Fleck, and Lee Evans, I think it was. Obviously brought in Leonard as well and Ricky Holmes. So there was a lot of competition in there. And Duffy always fell by the wayside until he realised we're not creating anything. We need to bring Duffy on. And then he did, and then things happened. And then he started the next game, and then he played brilliantly. And then eventually he worked other players into the team. Duffy fell out, came back in, played really well. It's just a bit weird. Like, Duffy was always the fall guy, always, and he brought him off quite a lot, even though Duffy says that he could play a full game. And last season, he started the season off with Ben Woodburn, and obviously Ben Woodburn did not pull up any trees. He seemed like he wasn't bothered. And then he brought Duffy back in, obviously, and then Duffy played out of his skin again. Then comes January, we bring in Kieran Dowell on loan. Duffy goes out again. Dowell played well some games. Should I say no? He didn't play well some games, and didn't other games. He plays well in patches, Dowell, and that's the problem. And Dowell seemed to play well away from home when we're a bit further back, and then we're trying to bring the ball out of defence. Dowell was very good at doing that. Duffy was very good at finding the gaps, finding the holes, moving teams around. Dowell wasn't that type of player. So it seemed like he tried to bring Dowell in to replace Duffy again. And Duffy wasn't budging at all. And he pretty much finished the season as our first choice attacking midfielder, which Wilder, again, probably didn't like. This season, I thought he might want to get rid of Duffy again. Until I think it was straight after the season, Wilder kept going on about Duffy playing for a non-league team over and over again, and he's going to be a Premiership player next season. He's done so well. So I was like, brilliant, Duffy's staying. So, like, don't get me wrong, I don't think Duffy would feature that much anyway, but he's great to bring on as a sub. He would do a job starting, I'm sure, in the Premier League, because you get a lot more time on the ball, and that'd be perfect for Duffy. But yeah, he brought in Luke Freeman, was I think his first signing, who is an attacking midfielder. Then he brought in Ravel Morrison, who kind of plays central midfield, attacking midfield, and I do think that is another player in front of Duffy. So it didn't look good from the outset from kind of Duffy's point of view. So then Duffy goes to Wilder and says, "Oi, Chrissy W, give me a new contract, give me some more money." And Wilder's gone, "Nah, mate, it's just not happening. It's just not happening." Maybe if Billy Sharp would have gone up and asked for a new contract, he may have given it. He wouldn't. He's not that type of guy. Wilder is not that type of guy. He won't let anyone dictate kind of what they want. Wilder will always say to them, "No, lads, it's when I make the decision. If you want a new contract, it's up to me." And obviously, he didn't want to give Duffy a new contract. And I feel a bit sorry for Duffy because he's always kind of been the fall guy every time somebody needs to come off. Wilder keeps trying to get rid of him, but he's come back strong, and I just feel like we need him for this Premiership season. Not desperately. It's not like we will go down without Mark Duffy. I just feel like he is a great string to our bow, and we're obviously going to lose him now. I know we're going to lose him because Duffy wants a new contract. He wants more money. He wants to kind of... I think he wants to finish his career here. I think he probably wants to kind of have one big go in the Premier League, and he wants some more money just for assurance when he's finished. He's 33, 34 now, so he's not going to have many more years left in him, especially the type of position he plays. If he was a goalkeeper, if he was a centre-back, if he was a defensive midfielder, he could probably go on until he were like 35, 36, 37 even possibly. But as an attacking midfielder, you lose that. As a player, you lose a bit of that. You lose, a sharpness, I mean. No player loses kind of the footballing brain, but you lose a bit of sharpness. You don't think as quick. You're not as quick. And I do think that is a problem for an attacking midfielder like Duffy, but I definitely do think we could have done with him in this Premiership dogfight. Especially what if Luke Freeman gets an injury? What if Ravel Morrison gets an injury? What if David McGoldrick gets an injury? You don't know. You don't know. And I do think that we're missing a trick by not keeping hold of Duffy. And don't get me wrong, like nothing's happened yet. Birmingham apparently want him, which I don't think he'll want to go to Birmingham after the way that they treated him the first time and all the commotion when he scored against Birmingham away the season before last. So it seems like Birmingham come in for him, but nobody else has. I do think if somebody comes in for him from the Championship, he will go. But why would he? If I was him, I would swallow my pride. I'll go to Wilder and I'd say, "Sorry, Chris, I got it wrong. I really want to play in this team in the Premier League." And you never know, it could happen. And I hope it does because I love Mark Duffy. I think he'll be a massive, massive advantage to our attacking play this season, as he has done for the last 3 seasons. But it seems like Wilder has frozen him out a little. I put that in the title because it was a catchy title. I don't think he's actually frozen him out. I think that he probably wasn't that bothered about keeping Duffy, but felt like he should for the last 3 seasons. But Duffy's just kind of given Wilder a little bit of a kick and been like, go on. And then Wilder just be like, "Nah, it's not happening." So yeah, it is a little bit sad. I do think Duffy will leave before the end of the transfer window. I do think we've got replacements for him. I do think we have finally found a Mark Duffy replacement in, not Ravel Morrison, in Luke Freeman. Luke Freeman looks absolutely incredible. Obviously, we've then got Ravel Morrison, like I said. David McGoldrick can drop in and do that role. I've only seen Callum Robinson play once for us, and that was against Barnsley. And he looks like he could link up play, but maybe he's going to be the out-and-out striker. He actually played for Preston on the wing quite a bit over the last few seasons. So he obviously can do that midfield attacking role. picking up the ball, running at defenders like Duffy's been doing and Dowell's been doing for the, well, last season and Duffy the seasons before. So we've got enough cover for attacking midfield if Duffy does decide to leave. But it would be a sad, sad situation if Duffy decided to leave, because I do think everyone will miss him nostalgia-wise. But yeah, fingers crossed he stays. I do love Duffy. Let's hope he stays. Anyway, let me know what you think in the comments, guys. Thank you very much for watching. Please like, subscribe, and stay in good nick.